We have a hello URL that is being mapped to executing this function. So we can invoke a remote URL, a remote function, right, or some logical algorithm that is running in a separate process, right, by sending these HTTP requests. But what we'd like to be able to do instead, right, is not just print something in the console. We'd like to be able to send something back and respond to the request, right? Basically, I want to participate in a client-server architecture, right? The client is going to send me a request, and I'm going to respond, from the server. So let's do that. So the way we're going to achieve that is that this function actually, the express library, when it responds to this URL, what it does is that it's going to encapsulate everything that is being received from the client. For instance, the client sends over the actual URL. It sends the timestamp when the request was generated, the IP address from where this request is coming from, any cookies, headers, any bodies that are being forwarded. If you have attached any files, all that is sent over as a request over to the client, and we receive that here as a variable, the first variable in this function. And you can call it whatever you want. You can call it request. More commonly is you can just abbreviate it to REQ. It also passes us in this function. It passes me a second argument. That second argument is going to allow us to respond, to generate a response back to the client or whoever sends this request. So what we can do with this response, right? We can say, hey, use the response to send back the following. We can have a send here, right? Let's break this up into 2 lines. We're going to send back hello world. Okay, so let's try it out. And so we're going to stop the server. Let's stop the server. Notice that our client timed out, right? There was it was waiting, but it never came back. So let's try this out. Let's do a node server again, right? And let's refresh this. If we refresh, notice that now, right? Notice that we see the hello world coming back from the from the server. So there you have it, right? We can now participate, right, with these request and response, right, that is being passed to us by the Express framework, right? We can participate in a request response, right, client server relationship, right, between a remote client and a remote server.